Hi, everyone, and welcome to the screencast for April 29th. Hope you're enjoying the warm weather. I know I am. A schedule for the week, we have on Monday, nothing much happening there. Tuesday, we start our MCA testing again. We have some firefighters here for fourth grade, which will be interesting. Wednesday, we do have a staff meeting scheduled. We also have more MCA testing. Thursday continues with our testing, and on Friday we have grandparent breakfast and the book fair, as well as the spirit dress up day. So lots of things happening throughout the week. Hey, we had kind of a busy week last week with all of our subs that were missing. We had a couple days where we were short a couple subs, and so I know we are not the only school that had that happen, but I really want to thank John Claypack, Becky, Kathy, Tina, and all of you for your help in facilitating that and making it work as best we could. So it's always hard when we have people going, but I can't say enough how much I appreciate people stepping up and making it work. And I know when we pull these people from their regular positions, that affects the rest of our kids and our staff. So thank you for your understanding on that. Just as a reminder, we also have Pat Palava in for Michelle Amato while she recovers from her shoulder surgery. I connected with her yesterday, and she seems to be on the mend. Not a fun thing, but she seems to be doing well. Pat is an experienced person. We're excited to have her in the quiet room as a sub, but we know that is not the same as Michelle. So she's stepping in and helping out as much as she can, but just be aware it's a little bit different than we normally have Michelle there. All right, a little bit about supplementing student books. I've talked a bit about this at some of our staff meetings, but first of all, why am I interested in doing that? We had our literacy walkthroughs earlier this year, and one area of growth could be having more books in our classroom libraries as a way of making sure that there's more books that students can pick from. Equity is another reason that's an area of growth for our district too. It is hard to find books that meet all of the diversity of our students, having our students see themselves in books. That would be an area that we can improve upon too. Another thought would be our ELA units of study. We could have guided reading groups with some of these books that fit some of the standards that we're working on a little bit better, and just balancing out some of the different book levels within our classrooms could help our book room. So what are some possibilities? We could supplement our classroom libraries for the reasons I listed above, more options for our students in the classroom. We could also weed and feed our book room and have more support for guided reading groups when you're doing that in your classrooms too. So there's some different ways of going about that. There are some people that showed interest in being part of a work group on this. Becky, Bill, Sonia, Becca, Julia, and myself. If I miss somebody, please let me know. But we're going to be meeting shortly. I'll send an email out to those people just to start that up. There's other information to be aware of. I think I mentioned this too. There is the potential of a district book grant, which would supplement all elementary classroom libraries in your classrooms. So we should find out within the next month whether we get that or not. If we were to get that, to me it would make more sense to focus on our book room and help with guided reading groups rather than in the classroom libraries. But we will see on that. I also included a link to Custom Education Solutions. That is the group company that we're going to be going with. They're going to help us look at some of those things, keep track of the books that we have when we start ordering them. And they have a rubric for book room and classroom libraries just to see what we have there. Becky is going to meet with, her name's Kelly, toward the end of the school year and really take a look at our classroom, at our book room, just to see what we have there to weed and feed some of that. But once again, we really need to look at, do we want to focus more on classroom libraries or a book room or a little bit of both? But this is an exciting thing that we could really use to improve some of the resources that we have for our students at school. So excited about that. Once again, if you would like to be part of that work group and your name is not up there, let me know. I'm hoping that we'll have a time that we'll meet in the next week or so just to start thinking about that more. All right. Hey, you might have seen a Harley Davidson bike showing up at Westwood, and no, I know you'll be surprised. That is not my bike. That is our new custodian, Chris Berge's bike, and I just want to welcome him again. He is starting to get to know all of us. If you haven't had the opportunity to introduce yourself to him, please do so. We're lucky to have him. He's doing a good job of getting to know us, knowing our routines, figuring out how things work at Westwood, and excited to have him. One thing he's asked is if you have a concern or if you need something or something's not right, please email him. Or I see will get. I don't know what I'm thinking of on that one. We'll get rid of that. Um, if you email him, then he can figure out how to get that taken care of. It's always hard being a custodian because sometimes you have multiple things being thrown at you at the same time. But when you email him, he'll get to it and get to it as soon as he can. So welcome him. If you haven't seen him yet, introduce yourself, and looking forward to working with him more. Just a quick review on testing. We are way into testing season. We've checked off science. We've checked off MCA reading. Might have a few students that are still having to make up on that. Next week we have MCA math, and so just be aware of that. We are still focusing on that mainly on Tuesday and Wednesday. Do your best to keep your kids quiet in the hallway, especially in the morning. Then we will be going on to MAP and in reading and math, as you can see coming up there in a couple weeks too. So Kathy, thank you very much, Kathy Carroll, for all your help in organizing that, and all of our other people that are helping to make that work, which really is all of us. So thank you all, and we will keep working on that. Well, that is all I have. Have a great rest of the weekend, and looking forward to seeing you all on Monday. Take care, everyone.